We get into the better action quite quickly here. Race number 3 at Sha Tin on Wednesday is a Class 3 contest over the 1,200 metres, one of 2 sections of the Chinese Banyan Handicap, headed by Invincible Missile, who's down in trip. He's 2 from 4 course and distance. Lockheed, 4th last time out behind Quadruple Double over the 1,200 here. Total Power, 9th on debut at Happy Valley. Next, the switch here to Sha Tin. Super Wealthy, runner-up on debut behind Beauty Applause here over course and distance. Monkey Jury, runner-up last time out behind Highly Proactive, again at Happy Valley. Mighty Power is first up since May. And Fresh Power was a winner 2 starts back. That was over course and distance, the 1,200 metres, since being to Happy Valley over the extended mile. Lockheed, Team Fortune, Mighty Power and Fresh Power are the horses that have been up at Chung Fa for the last 30 days. As we have a look at the speed map, Tom.
Yes, speed here, just not listening. He's a all-weather horse lighting up here on the turf. He's probably likely to go forward. Mighty Power's an interesting one because he can go forward, and he is having his 5th, I think, run for this campaign as Mighty Power. Yes, he is. Lockheed there, he normally stays on okay, but he can be hard to catch. And then you've got Diamond Pegasus, Invincible Missile there on the rail. Super Wealthy, he's probably going to have to go back from that stall of gate number 12.
A horse that normally features on the track work, yet to feature in the winner's circle though, was Lockheed. He works always well, this horse, and there's another nice piece from him. Still yet to win. He's been nutted a couple of times, hasn't quite got there, but he'll get his chance once again. Super Wealthy was very impressive on debut, I thought, behind Beauty Applause. Comes out quite a strong form race and was well back. That's him closest to us, and yeah, I think he's come on really nicely since that debut run as well. And Monkey Jury, he goes nicely here as well. He's been another horse who's been in good form recently. Good second behind Highly Proactive at Happy Valley. Comes back here to Sha Tin now, which he has won a couple of times.
Yeah, both his wins have been course and distance. We'll come back to Monkey Jury in a second. Let's start off though with Super Wealthy and his jockey, Alexi Bedell.
Alexi, Super Wealthy, lining up for a second start here in Hong Kong. How'd you assess the run, and what sort of feeling did he give you first up?
Well, he gave me a good feeling on debut, and it was a good run from the horse. He should have learned from this because I had to teach him a little bit how to relax, and he finished very strongly. So we have a bad gate also, but the horse is, I think he can handle different tactics, so it depends on the pace.
He reared up a little bit at the start last time out, and then you mentioned he did race keenly. Do you put that just down to inexperience?
Yes, definitely. You know, he's got for sure nice abilities, and I'm sure about his form, so he should be able to win a good race.
Gate 12, does that sort of only give you one option of probably going back?
I don't know. I have to study very clearly the field, and but it seemed to me that the horse can adapt in different tactics. So I'm not very worried about this. I'm just looking for a clear race and just something handy and simple.
Since you've been here, you've formed a pretty good combination rather with Douglas White. You rode against Douglas the jockey. What's it like riding for Douglas the trainer?
Oh, he's a good trainer. You know, the horses are well prepared, and which is very important as a jockey when you jump on horses ready, and they just listen to you. So it's really important. And no, I'm glad to win a couple of races for him, and he was a fantastic jockey, and I'm sure he's going to be a fantastic trainer.
Treble last Thursday night, no doubt that was satisfying, especially with your partner Eva back here.
Yes, yes, it was a good night for me. I won for 3 different trainers, which is important here, and it gives me confidence, and the hard work has paid.
He's flying, Alexi, no 2 ways about that. 4 winners he's had for the White Stable already, but from barrier 12, he does have a question there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and I think probably we saw him to good effect there. I remember watching his first up effort out of Randwick in Australia. He did a lot wrong in that first run, but still had the gears to win at the end, and that actually wasn't a bad form race he's come out of, because Beauty Applause has run second since, and Shining Gems come out of that race and since won.
Yeah, look, I think 12's going to be a little bit of a sort of obstacle, but I think he can get over it easy enough. He's got the ability, this horse. I think they will go back. Well, you sort of alluded to that in the interview, and Alexi was sort of hedging his bets a little bit, but I think going back looks the logical thing.
All right, definitely got the ability. That's Super Wealthy. Let's move on to a couple of others. Monkey Jewelry, we mentioned before in the track work that he's a two-time winner. He's coming off this good effort running second to Highly Proactive last time. Diamond Pegasus as well. This wasn't too bad, Diamond Pegasus, on debut.
Yeah, no, I think this is a good form race as well, because I think this Highly Proactive was a really nice horse. He hit the line really strongly. He does sort of a little bit green in his finishes, but he was balanced up nicely enough there, Monkey Jewelry, and I think he's the hardest for the favourite to beat, actually.
I think he's probably better suited here at Sha Tin as well. I agree, Andrew, about the other horse of the race, Diamond Pegasus. He was only beaten 3 3/4, but he was attacking the line late.
Yeah, he was over 60 to 1 as well, so it wasn't a bad effort. Lockheed and Green Rain. This is his debut effort, Green Rain. Should improve with the blinkers on as well, but Lockheed, what do you make of him?
I've got him in on a very minor line. I can't tip this horse on top. He was 3 wide near the pace last start, stuck on okay. Lexi Bedell was actually on board on this occasion. Joe jumps back on board. He's tried on the horse on 2 previous occasions for a 4th and an unplaced run, but I can't tip him on top.
Again, it's a good form race. I thought Quadruple Double won that race really nicely. Computer Patch was in there finishing off, and Big Fortune, the other one too. So a really nice race to come out of. Again, but like you, I've got him on a minor line.
Quadruple Double will go around in race number 8 on the programme. Super Wealthy is our favourite one.
I'm going to go with Super Wealthy. I didn't put him in on debut, and he ran really, really well, and I think he's improved from that. So even though he's got barrier 12, I think he can overcome it. Monkey Jewelry, the hardest to beat. Lockheed and Invincible Missile. Look, he's getting to the top of Class 3 now, but he'll get his opportunity, I thought, from barrier number 1. 6-9-2-1.
On top for me as well as Super Wealthy. That first up run was a real good one, and I think he can go on with it here. Gate 12 makes it a little bit tricky. I'll be keen to see what they do, but wouldn't surprise me if they do go back and he's running on at the end. Super Wealthy number 6. Throw it in Total Power because I didn't mind his first up run. Beaten 2.5 lengths at a big price. He had nobody pace on debut, but I thought he ran on a bit late. Senior rider going on board this time. That is Vincent Hope, and here on a bigger, roomier track. So he's in some value. Invincible Missile. Zach Purton was on board for a barrier trial before his last race, so Zach on board this time round, and Lockheed number 2, 6, 5, 1 and 2.
Yeah, I'm actually going to tip Total Power. I didn't mind the run. He was 107 to 1. He won a couple of times in New South Wales over the 200 metres for Chris Lees. I think he can do better here. We've all got the 2 and the 6 in. That's race number 3 on the programme.